Hey everybody, Jack Boyles, Steam Engines USA. Hope you're having a great day. So we're back down here in the living room downstairs and working on the ceilings. So we've had kind of a change of plans. So apparently this house, heck, I can't even remember now. I think it's built in '63, but regardless, it is during that time when they used asbestos for the popcorn. So there's a very good chance that this ceiling has got asbestos in it. So there's two things you can do. You can call in like a abatement company who will tear out. They use like, air masks, SCBAs or what have you, set up positive pressure fans and rip all this out. The issue is the dust. So when you're like scraping ceilings, if you breathe any of that in, or the dust that gets spread throughout the house has asbestos in it, so then you can be exposed to those toxins and it causes cancer. It's bad stuff. Scraping the ceiling, you can spray it and wet it and scrape the ceiling, but you're still messing with asbestos and you have issues there. So short of spending a whole bunch of money having someone come in and gut it out, as a homeowner you can clean it yourself, or you can cover it. You can put a second layer of sheetrock over it. You can skim coat it, which means you take the joint compound, the mud, and you put a whole coat over the popcorn ceiling, sealing it. Or you can just do what we're gonna do. And what we've decided to do right now is just repair the cracks that were causing the unsightly issue. And if you can see over here, I don't know if you can see the crack in the ceiling. So that's on the tape line. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a repair. We're just gonna repair the ceiling, leave the popcorn. It's kind of like, why create a huge mess basically, just to have a smooth ceiling. In this house, it's still dated. Like some of our rooms still have popcorn ceilings. So it works, it's nice. I grew up with them, so for me, it's not that big issue. However, at the time, we were thinking, hey, we can just take all that off, make slick ceilings. And then we realized it's a little more complicated than that. So what I've done is I got this, my tool pile here. This is a self-adhesive tape line basically for taping the ceilings, the seams for your sheetrock, and then you use joint compound. So what I'm gonna do now, as you can see, I've put my tape up, and let's see if I can grab my ladder over here. We can get a little bit closer look at what I'm dealing with. All right, so if you can see, there's a nice little groove. That's some thick, I don't know if you can see it, but this is thick right here. So they had a very big layer of, thick layer of mud, joint compound that they put on this, they skimmed the ceiling with. So, the ceiling's actually in really good shape. It's just kind of dingy looking because it's old. It's been here since the 1960s. And this room had a fireplace. It had an old wood stove. So, we're going to fill this with joint compound. We're gonna smooth it out. And then I've got a product that we will use, let me find it over here, to repair the popcorn ceiling. So this stuff, I'm gonna spin it around so you can see it. It's called popcorn ceiling patch, ready to use, Homex. And so we're gonna use this. First I gotta put a layer of mud on the ceiling there, smooth out this tape line so it's smooth with the ceiling, fix my cracks, and then we're gonna patch the popcorn ceiling and make it look good. So I'll just be working up on ladders this evening doing that. And literally, there's some professionals that are really good at this. But I'm a pretty hands-on guy, and I used to, back years and years ago, when I was a teenager, I did a bunch of sheetrock work back then, but I'm definitely out of practice and I don't have that skill set to finish walls. But this kind of work, I feel comfortable doing all day long. But I'm gonna use a 6-inch putty knife and spread all my compound up into the ceiling there. And then we let it dry. And then I may do a second little skim coat right in there. We'll let it dry again. And then we may do some light sanding just so that there's no big bumps or ridges or what have you going down this line right here behind me. And then we'll use that, we'll roll that popcorn patch on. Basically with a really thick, let's see here, I'll show you. So basically nothing fancy, it's just a thin roller, and I've got just a nice big fluffy paintbrush roller basically. And if you have one that is kind of real spongy, like a thick textured one, it may work better. But then we'll just put that patch on the ceiling and just work it back and forth and just roll it and kind of blend it into the rest of the ceiling. And hopefully, if all goes well, you won't even notice it. You won't notice there's a patch, and any other little imperfections that I might see, you know, we'll put that patch on there as well and blend the ceiling. And then once that dries, then we'll come back, kilt the ceiling with a primer, and then paint it. It's basically like a flat white paint. Then we can do a trim. Then we can start painting everything and get it wrapped up to the point to where we can put all this flooring down that I now have stacked up in the floor that I'm using as a makeshift table. So a little bit of work to get this done, but I think the results will look very good. It should turn out great, and on honesty, it's gonna be 100 times better than what we had. So I'm good with that. You know, we've done a lot of work on this house, and this will be a great room to entertain folks and have youth groups over, and then we'll fill it up. I don't know, we're discussing maybe making like a movie room, putting a big screen projector and big screen down here, make it like a movie theater, or maybe a pool table. Who knows? You know, we're just maybe a big card table, some big sectional sofa. So I don't know, you tell me, what do you think? In the comments, if you watch this, I'll put it on Facebook and on YouTube channel, steamenginesusa.com, or just YouTube Steam Engines USA. But it's a really big room. It's almost 24 by 24, 25 by 25 room. So about 500 square feet in this space right here. We're not gonna make it an exercise room. I know that because we have other exercise equipment on the other side of the house. And then this very nice treadmill with it that we got here, we'll end up moving it over to the other side. But this is gonna be just an entertaining room. You walk right out, we're gonna replace those sliding doors, maybe with French doors, I ain't decided yet. But you can go out, have a nice patio right out to the pool. So anyway, coming along. So tell me what you think. What should we make this room into when we get done? I'd be interested to hear your comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day from High Point, North Carolina, Steam Engines USA.